Hello, welcome back to Creative Yarnoholic. I'm sorry I have been gone for a while, but I have some circumstances that were beyond my control, and I will go into that later. I have my notes here, so I'm going to be going over that. I noticed that I have new followers, and thank you for joining me. Thank you, Alice, for sending some people my way. Those are my dogs, so hold on one moment while they relax. They're trying to figure out what I'm doing because I'm in a new location. Hi, Duchess. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? I am by the front door, and I was trying to get some natural light. And, well, you may or may not hear the cars going by. I hope not. You want to lay down? You want to lay down? Lay down, please. I love you too. Go lay down. Couple squat. Please. Thank you. So, you may see the other dog as well. I'm trying this on my iPad instead of my phone, so I may get a different result. And because I'm in the other room, you will definitely hear them walking when they are. First, I will go over my finished objects. On the finished objects, I have quite a few because of the life events. I've had plenty of time to dive into my knitting and to keep myself occupied. Again, I will go over that later of what happened. I'm afraid I'll cry, and if I'm going to do that, I'd rather do that at the end. So, excuse me, the first finished object that I have, it was actually a test knit for a sample knit later on. And so I did this in, let's see, this is by the Stitch Whisperer, and this is the Springtime Hat, and it's like a bucket hat. The yellow here, this is a different kind of stitch. It was the, let me say, it was the daisy stitch or dandelion stitch. And then I added the different color down here to show the ending of the brim of the hat. So I will try it on. It was quite big, quite large. And for the person that I made it for, this will probably fit her husband. So it was, at the time, it was one size. I don't remember if it actually went down to another size or not. But this yarn is actually DK weight. And this is the Denim and Daisies from Wool & Women Fiber. And this is their March colorway. And I love this colorway so much that I think this would be really good in a shirt, in a tee. It'd be a great summer tee, even a sweater, but I think it would be great as a tee. I just love the coloring of it. I will come back to that colorway shortly, but that was the test knit. That's what I had left over, and you'll see what I had that left over from. No, I did show you the bookmarkers last time, did I not? Pretty sure I did. I don't know. I'll get to that. This is in episode 11. I'm pretty sure I did. I actually still have them here. I had the leftovers from these, and that's what I actually made the hat in, was those. Let's see. I used a 3.25 millimeter and a 3.5 millimeter. The 3.25 was for the brim, and the 3.5 was for the body of the hat. Okay, then I'm going to have to do a picture on the next one. Oh, I'm sorry. This one I started on February 7th, and I finished it on February 14th. That is by Alison, the Stitch Whisperer, if I didn't already mention that, and it's called the Springtime Hat. This hat was actually designed and in the March Wool & Women box. That is the pattern that is in there for the DK weight. I believe it's for the DK weight, but I do know that that is, this was for the DK weight. This was for the DK weight along with, no, it was not. It is another one, and I will show you that. That one's coming up. Cancel all that. Okay, so that was actually finished object number 7 for the year. Finished object number 8, I'm going to have to put a picture in, and this is some vanilla socks that I made for my Aunt Deanna. I ended up going back to Arizona, and so I made these pretty quickly for her. They are a 2x2 rib, 20 round cuff, 50 rounds for the leg, and these were knit out of the Woolen Women Fiber Rodeo and Romance. It's the heel flapping gusset. I started them on February 19th and finished them on February 22nd. I also knit, and I'm going to have to put another picture in because I also took these to Arizona with me. These are for my great niece, Abby. Hi, Abby. Abby, she needed some new socks. The socks that I knit her before, I'm not sure what happened, but they kept wearing in one area, and so I knit her a new pair, and I hope that, do you love this color? I hope she loves this color. Her mom told me that this is what color she wanted for her socks. So it is a 2x2 ribbed cuff with 20 rounds. I did 50 rounds for the leg and the heel flapping gusset. This was Woolen Women Fibers. I believe it's the January box, but I'm not certain. I started them on February 25th and finished them on February 28th. These were vanilla sock on that one. So finish object number 10 is the springtime hat. The springtime hat, this is by Alison, the Stitch Whisperer. So this was actually the one that I did. See, I was wrong. It's the April Woolen Women Fiber box. And this one is the colorway Kentucky Derby. It is a Kentucky Derby theme. So I haven't received my box just yet on this one, or else I would have shown you what all the colors were and the goodies and stuff in that is. I started this on March 1st and finished it on March 5th. And that's about all I can think of. See, this one actually fits better than what the other one did. So I think this one will actually fit Andrea a lot better, and it'll be a lightweight, because this one is in fingering, and this one will be a lighter hat during the springtime for Andrea. So I think that she will actually enjoy that. So I will put a picture in here. I have finished object number 11 is Cozy Alpine Plant Pot Cover by Juniper and Oaks. I actually crocheted this on March 5th, and I finished it on March 5th. That was, if you hear any noises, my husband in the kitchen, sorry about that. This didn't take very long. I think it only took about an hour at the most. That's weaving in the ends and everything. Probably even included taking pictures of it. It didn't take very long at all. It's just a quick little, you'll see in the picture, a quick little pot for your potted plants. Okay, number 12 of my finished objects is called The Flame. Now this is a test knit, and it has not been released just yet. Let's see, when will that one be released? This will be released on April 22nd. So let me get my sock blockers so that'll be easier to see. Now this is from the 4th Wing book series, and with this there will be, it's a collection of 6 pairs of socks that Christie Archer from Christie Archer Designs that she put together. This is actually sock number 2. She sent me this one first to test knit before she got some other test knitters. So this one I finished first, but it will be the second to be released. So this is actually the socks, the pair. Now these pairs, this collection, it will actually have a boomerang heel, and the boomerang heel I have never done before. And in the pattern, it says that if you want to use any of your own choices of heels, you can do so. And it's not that hard to adjust to a different heel size or heel style. That's just my go-to. That's what I've always used. That's what I like. It's quick for me. It doesn't take me very long to do, so that is my choice. Her socks, this pattern when she first sent it to me, it was a 1x1 twisted rib, and even though I like the looks of it, it is too tight for me, and it feels like after washing them and everything, they just get tighter and tighter, and I don't want to do that. I like, my go-to is actually a 2x2 rib. They're stretchy, they don't stretch out, but they stay stretchy enough to go past my calf. So those are the ones that I like. So this design is called Flame. So I did a 2x2 rib, I did a heel flap and gusset, and I actually put in the different colors for the heels and the toes. The yarn, this is Daisy Stitch Co. I believe this was a one-of-a-kind that she made for me for my birthday years ago, and I believe this is the color because I am blues and greens, obviously. So these are gonna go to my Aunt Deanna. I started these on March 9th, and I finished them on March 14th. So these will actually, I made these for a size 8, which is my Aunt Deanna size. So these will be going to you, Aunt Deanna, if you watch this. If not, Dion, Brooke, Darcy, you can show. Let's see. So my next one, that was number 12. Okay. And so my finished object number 13 is, now, these are going to be a little different of modifications that I made for him. Even though I made vanilla socks for him, these are really ribbed, so it's vanilla ribbed socks. But what I did for him was I started these on a 72 stitch, because I believe what I was telling you before was, so I believe on episode 11 that I was trying to explain to you of the tool that my husband uses to put one of his socks on because of his hip replacement. It's hard for him to put it up and over that tool in order to put his sock on. So what I did was I started off with a 72 stitches around, this is a 2x2 rib all the way down, by the way, obviously, except for here. Excuse me. So what I did, which you can clearly see, sorry, my foot is falling asleep. And now you saw my pajamas. So what I did on here was I needed to decrease it from a 72 stitch down to a 64 stitch. And so you can see how these two rows right here actually join into one row coming on down. So I slowly decreased it every other row until I got down to the 64 stitches. And then I actually completed the rest of the foot, the heel and the foot, into the 64 stitches. This is the only area that he needs the tool for. He doesn't need it for down here. And the 64 stitch actually fits his foot well. So that was my go-to pattern for him. These are for his birthday. Now, it took me a while to do these because I was actually knitting these on the train on my way to work. And I had plenty of time because I actually started these January 18th, and I did not finish them until March 13th, which is right before his birthday on the 24th. The yarn is Blackbird Sycamore. It is her blue zebra, and I love those. I actually wanted the yarn for me, but since I have enough left over, I can make me a pair. So I just need to keep them separated from my husband's because he can never remember which socks are his, and he'll wear whatever he can put on his foot. So now I can actually wash these and give them to him. He has seen them. He saw them from the get-go, but I wanted to show you guys first. So these right here, I had plenty of time because I was able to finish these before his birthday. Hit the ribbed birthday socks, which was finished object number 13. I was able to actually cast these on. I wanted him to have some striped socks. I bought this yarn for him 2 years ago. This is, the yarn on this is from Leading Men Fiber, and I bought this at the SSK in Nashville in 2023. These are their showstoppers. I love their showstoppers. They're 50 grams, so I'm able to get 2 50 grams and knit a pair of socks for him, and I still have some left over, so I could use them for heels, toes, and cuffs in other socks, or I can actually make myself another pair from them, where I decreased from 72 stitches. I'm trying to do the light right here. From the 72 stitches down to 64 stitches. So I did the same kind of pattern on his. Maybe you can see it on this side better. But you can see how it kind of looks like it gaps right here because of it. At least it's not as noticeable on these, is it? I thought it was. So I took the markers out. But you can see how there's kind of a gap here, so it's going from 72 stitches down to the 64. I did 5 rows of each color, all the way down to the toe, which worked out perfectly. I did 1 color of the cuff and 1 color of the heel. It is obviously a heel flap and gusset. And these I started on March 14th and finished them on March 19th. Again, I needed to keep my hands busy. So these are vanilla striped socks for his birthday. So that was number 14. Number 15, I had a little bit of a snafu. So this is my yarn. I'm so sorry, my foot fell asleep. This was my yarn that I bought for my birthday, and I really love the color. I wanted a different Musselburgh hat, and I was trying to get one to where it was a little bit tighter. Excuse me. The ones that I have, I just feel like they don't fit right for some reason. And I think it's because I had the medium adult instead of the small adult. So I tried the small adult. However, I think I finished it too early. I'll show you. Because I can't really flip it up. I tried to do the cool little thing that everybody else is doing to where there's a different color in there, but it just doesn't fit right. So because I have yarn left over, I'm actually going to make the stripe that I did in the middle. I'm actually going to make this even bigger because I have plenty left. I'm gonna try and get another 10 rounds or so in there so that the brim is actually a different color than what the hat is. I do really love this color. This is called Till Death Do Us Part. It is a wool women fiber. This is the colorway that I wanted for my birthday, so my husband bought it for my birthday. I started it on March 19th and finished it on March 25th, and I finished it. However, I'm not happy with the fit of it, so I'm going to modify it. So I will be taking that out, modifying it, and I will show you the construction and so forth of when I actually complete that. Number 16 is the Hayat socks. I believe it's pronounced Hayat. So I have on my smaller sock blockers because Andrea's feet are small. She has small tootsies. So this is the May Wool Women fiber box. I'm gonna put a picture up here of what the pattern looks like, because it's gonna show a little bit better of the color of the heel type. I have never completed a strong heel before, and that's what these are. I'll see if I can show you. On the heel, to me, it just doesn't go up high enough. It was fun to do because I've never completed one before, but me personally, maybe it's because of hard wear and tear on my socks. I'm not a delicate. To me, the lace being so close to the heel, I just feel like I'm gonna get holes in here constantly, or that's where a lot of the wear and tear is gonna be. Again, that's me. Andrea is more of a dainty-ish girl, so I think these would be perfect for her. The colorway, I did not write that down, but it is the May box, and oh, I have the other ones here. I started these on March 27th and finished them on April 3rd. The Hayat socks is by Floral Wool, and it's a strong heel. So the lace pattern is really pretty. It was really fun to do, and it was actually easy to memorize. The heel part on the first sock, it took me a couple tries because I had never done that type of heel before. So I'm very proud of myself that I learned 2 different types of heels. For me personally, I would not enjoy the strong heel. On the heel, the part that I did enjoy is that I did not have to pick up any stitches. However, I don't mind picking up stitches for the heel flap and gusset. But because of the lace being so close to this, personally, I would never wear this style of a strong within a lace pattern. Again, that's me. Finished object number 17 is also a sample knit, and this is with the same colorway. These are scrunchies, and these are crocheted. The only thing that I modified on these was I single crocheted the border here with the pop of color. This was the mini that comes with it, with the set, and so I went ahead and crocheted that in there. So I actually completed 3. So there's 3 scrunchies, one for Andrea, one for Sammy, and one for Aggie. So they all 3 have matching scrunchies. That is called the Ruffled Feather Scrunchies by Elly, and that is also from the May box. And all 3 of them, I started on April 3rd and finished on April 3rd. So they don't take very long. The only thing that you would need is actually a hair tie to start from and crochet around. And actually the pattern is perfect. It walks you through everything. I actually love the pattern. You can use any type of size. You can use a really small one. You can use a really big one, depending on the thickness of your hair. Okay, number 18 is another test knit, and that is this was released on the 10th. These are from the fourth Wing book series by Christie Archer of Christie Archer Designs, and these are called the Basgaith socks. And let's see, I completed these April 5th, or I started them on April 5th and finished them on April 7th. With Christie's designs, her patterns are very easy to memorize the pattern, and this was the first time that I actually completed the boomerang heel. At first, I didn't think I liked it, but because of the fact that I'm used to a gusset. The gusset takes up a little bit more of the foot area, so I actually had to add from the end of the boomerang, I had to add a little bit more in order to compensate what I'm used to doing for the foot. So I had to, in my mind, just for numbers, I had to add 15 rounds of what I was used to doing for the foot on the sizes, because I have my own formula. When I knit socks for other people as well as myself, then I have a certain amount of rows that I complete per size, shoe size. So I had to use another pair of socks to actually compare those two. Let's see, it's 15 rounds cuff, 1x1 rib, and that's what she has on the pattern. So I did not adjust that. It has the boomerang heel. Let's see, and it's released. It was just released on the 10th, so you can actually go and order these. You can find them on Christie Archer Design 1 is what she is on Instagram. You can find her on Ravelry as Christie Archer Designs. So this is the first sock that's been released, and the other one that I showed you will be the second one, and then the next one I'm going to show you is the third one. So the yarn on this one is Woolen Wind Fiber. It is the yarn name is Woolen Wild Wilderness, and it is a sock set. So this color does actually come with it as the mini. I really did enjoy this one a lot. So this one was, and those will be my socks. I'm sorry, Andarna, but those will be mine. Andarna is the name of it, and the release date on this will be May 6th. So these ones I did do for my Aunt Deanna. I did her size. And I probably could have gone a little bit further up on the leg on it, but I also kind of wanted to get them done because there are 6 pair and this is the 3rd one. So the design is really pretty. It's really, really lace looking. It almost has the look of like a honeycomb, but lace-wise. So I really, really enjoyed that. I did complete the boomerang heel, and I used 2 different colors. I wanted to use the green, but I don't believe that I had enough for the toes. So I went ahead and found a blue because these colors are actually within this here, and I really like this. This yarn is from Charming You. And this colorway is either Snickerdoodle or Peachy Meadows. I can't remember because it didn't have it listed on the colorway band. But it is the 1x1 rib, 15 rounds, boomerang heel. I did a size 8 for my aunt. I started them on the 8th of April, and I just finished them yesterday. Friday. Yesterday. Yesterday was Friday. Today's Saturday. Nice hairdo. Now, I'm not normally that fast of a knitter. However, I'm on vacation this week. So I had a little bit more time to actually complete those. Okay, so in my little travel bag that I have that I really like, because of the snap attachment, and I could actually wear these because of how long they are. I like them. I could actually carry them like this as well. But that way it's hands-free. I have it on my purse. I even have it on my belt buckle or belt loop. Or I have it on my backpack for work when I'm on the train. Because I don't like to take my purse and my backpack, so I have just one. So, my work in progress. I have this vanilla sock that I'm working on. I am going to call this one my Sweet Tart Socks. And the reason why is because of the colors that I chose for the heels, toes, and cuffs are these colors here. So I have the yellow so far, and I have the purple, and then I'll have the pink, and to me those are like the Sweet Tart colors. I have the cuff started on the second one already. I wanted to make sure that I had enough of the yellow, which I did. And these are just vanilla and way as the Surf's Up, but I don't know if that's actually the name of it or not. It was the closest one that I could find on there because I don't have the band any longer, so I wasn't able to look at that for reference. At first I thought it was from the first Advent that I received from her. Was that 2022? That was the full skein, but I don't know. Will you stop that? I don't know if that is correct or if this is one that I purchased from her in the past. I think I may have actually gotten something from her from doing a sample knit from her before in the past. But this is just a vanilla sock. But this is Charming You. These other minis, I have no idea. This was the color I was going to do, but it was too close to it, and I wanted something kind of drastic. So I went with these colors. So, you know, it was around Easter time, spring, and bright colors. This is something that Monday I will be starting to back up again on the train. I like train socks. I did like the way that it did these stripes. I don't know if they were intended to be striped or not, and so it did this striping on here as well. It did a little pooling right here, and I'm fine with that. I just like the striping effect that it actually had on it, even though this is what the skein looks like. It just didn't look like it would have been, and I really enjoyed that. I really liked it. So those socks will actually be for me. Sorry, Aunt Deanna. My last work in progress that I'm going to show is also part of my acquisitions. I received this. I won it as a gift, so I guess I could actually go ahead and do both of those. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. She is from Colombia, I believe. She lives here in the United States, but I believe she pronounces it Jessie, but I think it's Yessie is the name of her podcast. I was watching it, and she had a giveaway, and I actually won. She sent me this yarn. Yessie Designs podcast, and this was the pink yarn. It has 20. I haven't worked off of a cone before. I have 2 cones that I did get a while back, and they're linen. This one is cotton. So this is a 5/2 cotton, 100% mercerized cotton, Silk City, and it is 2,100 yards, which is 500 grams. So I thought I would make a tee out of it and see how that progresses. I'll show you the rest of the goodies that she sent me in a moment. But this is the tee that I actually started. I decided to go with, I didn't get very far. That's a lie. I did get down and I connected in the round, and I tried it on. And even though I tried it on over a t-shirt, it was just too tight up here, and it just didn't feel right. I'm pretty sure because of where it was, if I were to do this, my entire shirt would go up, and because of that, it just wouldn't be comfortable. I'd have to make it longer because of that, which I probably will anyway. But I did like the fabric that it was creating. I don't know how it's going to bloom since I haven't used this type of cotton before. This is, at first I thought it was more of a lace weight, but now I believe it is actually more of a fingering weight. I haven't used the 5/2 cotton before, so I don't know how well it blooms. I don't know if it will bloom. I don't know much about it. I did not want something too thick, especially to wear during the summertime. So I will keep you posted on that. This is This is the Coloring Book Tea by Aimee Sher, and when I've never worn pink before, I'm not a pink person, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. And because I wanted the stripes, and I'll put a little picture in here of what the pattern looks like. I wanted there to be stripes, and I wanted it to be short sleeve or 3/4, or at least to my elbow. I wanted coverage here. I didn't want it to be way up here. I'm not comfortable with that. Obviously, I'm a t-shirt kind of gal, but I did want the stripe in there. So I wanted the stripe like the long sleeve, and I'll show you the two different photos where the tee with the short sleeve, it just had the accent color here instead of the stripes. And I wanted the stripes along with the stripes on the center of the shirt, like how the long sleeve is. So I haven't quite decided. Plus, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough yarn. So I found in my stash, I found this Audine wools, and this was back when Knit Crate was big, and I actually had a subscription at the time. I forgot that I even had this. This is 34% cotton, 35% linen, 19% lyocell. Is that how you say it? 11% nylon. This is 100 grams, 351 yards. It may be just a little bit thicker, but because it is, and hopefully I can show you, it is a chain. And because it is a chain, it may poke out a little bit. I don't know, but I thought that would be actually something, because it had the cotton linen in it is the reason why I actually went with this. The other cotton that I have, it's more of a sport weight, and if anything changes on that, I will actually let you know. And I will show you my progress on that once I get to the stripe part to see if I actually like that color in there or not. It will be very spring because it'll have the pink and the purple in it together. So it's kind of a grayish purple. What I wanted in there was gray, but I didn't really have anything that I liked. So I went ahead and went with the purple one instead. I did get a little bit more done on my Sweet Shop blanket, but I didn't want to bring that out with all of this that I have here because I have some acquisitions that I need to go over. So I can actually go ahead and show you that the next time. I am on the last quarter of the triangles, so I'm excited about that. I did not get anything more completed on my husband's jelly roll blanket. Even though it's sitting on the coffee table waiting for me, I have not completed that yet because I actually did get into these test knits, and at the time I didn't realize that there was going to be 6 pair. So I'm just happy that I have 3 of the 6 pairs completed. Okay, the acquisitions. So I already showed you the yarn that I won. And I will link Jessie's podcast below because I want you to see, if you've never heard of her before, I would like you to see, go and watch her. She has some really nice designs. I just started watching her not too long ago, and I don't know if it was one of those recommended because I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't know if it was recommended or if I saw her somewhere on Instagram and wanted to see her podcast. Excuse me. So along with the yarn that I got, I also got this project bag, and I thought this was really nice. This would fit a pair of socks in it, or maybe a shawl or something like that. It's a really nice zipper. I don't think I'll have any issues with that zipper. But then she gave some goodies that went along with it. If I remember correctly, this actually, you hang in your car as an air freshener, and I just thought that was really cute. And then some stickers. Oh, this bag is the Grove, Shawnee Grove, the So Grove. That is her card that was in it. I love this sticker. That one's nice. Bunch of yarn. Who doesn't like yarn? And then I got some lavender chamomile herbal tea as well. And I thought that was a nice, since I didn't even know what she was sending at the time. So it was nice that I won, and it was actually some yarn that I've never used before, and if I enjoy it, then I will actually purchase that again, or purchase it for myself. The other ones that I have here are some yarn boxes from Wool and Fiber. So first I will show you the February one. The February one, Love Spell, is it's a cherry blossom vanilla peach. So this is the candle, and I can't smell as well today, so I will have to get that out again and smell it when my nose is being nice to me, but because of the weather change and spring, it's just not happening. So then the lanolin lotion bar, these I absolutely love, and I use them all the time, all year round. It rolls up. You just put it on your hands when your hands are dry. I like to put it on after I wash my hands, after going to the bathroom or doing dishes or anything like that. This is Black Cherry Merlot, and so I guess that would be a nice wine for your date. Then the goodies that came in here, sorry for the crinkle, but you know crinkle means good stuff. Goodies. So these are little, comes in different, put that down. It comes in different styles, colors, little papers that you can write love notes on to your certain someone and your special someone. You can write little love notes on, which is really cute, a cute idea. And a pen to actually do that. And this one has horses and so forth on it. I love pens. I collect pens. There's also a Handmade with Love tag that goes on there. I have to get used to natural light. So it has holes on the sides, so you can actually just stitch that in. Some cute little, what do they call it? Washi tape. So I can put that in my calendar and stuff that I did. Then there is, I guess I should have done this first, I'm sorry. This theme was Rodeo and Romance. And so the stitch markers, oops. A little cowboy hat and a heart. So cute. And it's pink, so that went along with my pink sweater, didn't it? The last, or almost last, the bag that comes with it. This one is a box bottom. And it's cute because it has the purple and the pink in it. It has the purple on the inside. They have their logo. They make these themselves as well. So the candles, the lanolin lotion bar, they make themselves. They sew these. Sammy makes these, the Progress Keepers, and Andrea and her husband dyes these. So they make it all. This is the yarn. This is Rodeo and Romance. This was these socks that I made with these two colors, and this was actually the pattern for this time. Yes, I need to send these to Andrea. I also did the headband with the DK, the X's and O's. This was a really pretty color. I can't wait to make socks in this for myself. I really like these colors. I like the fabric that it creates. It was just really pretty to me. The leftover of this one is the one that I made for my aunt, and she loved the colors a lot. So if I have some leftover, I just may do another pair for her. So that is the February box. Then I have the March box. The March box, I'm sure you've seen it already on Crazy Sock Lady. So I'm going to start off with the bag because I really love the bag. I love the saying on the bag. This time they put their tag on the inside, so obviously it's blue on the inside. It's kind of, I don't want to say thick, but I like the feeling of it better. It has a handle. I love handles, so I can do it on the go. I can actually use this as a purse and a project bag in one. So I love that idea. I could probably fit a shawl in there, a beginning of a sweater, couple pairs of socks. It doesn't matter. I could do just about anything with it. It does have a box bottom, which I do like, because then I feel like my project will sit in there better. So I did like the project bag. Denim and Daisies, Lily of the Valley, Pear and Green Leaves. This is the candle. Again, I am not going to be able to smell it because of my allergies. Nope, can't smell it. This one came with Denim and Daisies, fresh cut grass, fragrant. It tells you the ingredients in it, which is coconut oil, palm oil, sunflower oil, shea butter, lanolin, and oat protein. So they make these themselves as well. So you just put it in the water, rub it around a little bit in your hands to make the water murky, and you do not have to rinse it after washing, which is nice. These things came together, so you could iron this onto something. You could use these to create, these are DMC threads. You could actually stitch like the white in here and the yellow in here and create your own daisy and stick it on anything. You can even put it on the back of your bag. You can put it on anything, jeans, whatever you choose, jean jacket. The sky's the limit. And then the stitch markers that come with this is daisies, and this is like a pocket, like a jean pocket. I hope that's easy to see. And this is the colorway, which is daisies and denim and daisies. And as I was showing you before, these are the socks that I knit up with that colorway. And I just really, really think this would be great in a t-shirt. I just love that, the way that the colors blend together so well. And this was the DK one, so even the DK would be really pretty as a sweater. But I really, really like this colorway a lot. Even though I'm not normally orange, it just blends in really, really well. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, that is the March box. Okay, my last acquisition is I want to knit a sweater, not chunky, but kind of cozy. And this is going to be for next winter. So I decided to go on to Knit Picks, and I got the palette, I got the fingering weight because I don't want thick because I get hot too fast. which is crazy because my toes are very cold right now, only because we got into some cooler weather. So Knit Picks was having a sale, and this is the palette colorways. It has a color number on here, but it doesn't have. I wanted a lighter blue. The picture that they showed, it looked like a soft baby blue, and that's what I wanted. And this one is a little bit darker, but I think it's still gonna be okay because I think the light gray color that I have here is actually going to soften it up some. At least I'm hoping so. On here, it looks like it's gonna make it brighter. I don't know, but I still think it would be okay. I wanted to knit a textured pattern. I was gonna do one, but I noticed that a lot of knitters are doing it. So I don't know which one I am going to choose now, but I did want to use this here as the trim on the sleeves, the neck, and hem. So I wanted to use this as like a contrast, and then this would be the main of everything, the main body and sleeves. But I do want to texture. I'll try and put, if I remember, I'll try and put some ideas of what I have that I wanted to do some texture sweaters for next winter. But I bought quite a bit, so I have some for a big enough sweater. Oh, that is not all. I was lucky enough to go to the Nash Yarn Fest, and here in Nashville. I'm outside of Nashville. So I was able to go. At first I thought, oh my gosh, the price is just outrageous to get into. But you get a bag. They had different events there. But this was just to get in to see vendors. And I guess there was a little bit of a show, so maybe that's what part of the money went to. The other events that they had, I believe it was on Friday, and that was with Arnie and Carlos, and then I think they even had something Sunday. So I was happy to actually get in and see. It was rainy. There was tornado warnings and so forth, but it was because of it being indoors, it made it a little bit easier to not even think about what was going on outside, even though there was food trucks outside and the like. The sponsors that they had are Delicue and Madeline Tosh. Delicue was there, and they had some nice bags, and I almost got one. I did not, because I got some other goodies instead. I would have liked one of their bags. My friend Yvonne got one. I met her and her husband there. My husband didn't want to go, which was fine. He went to Rhinebeck with me one year, and I guess he had had enough. And so I did stop by the Delicue table. I almost got one. I should have gotten one, but I did not. So instead, I stopped by and I saw the Treasure Goddess. I won some yarn from her once, and it was a while back, and I started making my husband a sweater with it, but the design he came up with, I ran out of yarn, so I actually got another one here, and this one here is called Gunpowder. So it was funny because when I received this in the mail from her, when I won it, Gunpowder was this colorway, and the other one was Walk the Plank. And yes, it goes into the ARG kind of a theme, the pirate, and so that's what a lot of hers are. But at the same time, I had ordered some yarn from Breaking Yarn from McKaylee, and that one was called Meth. So on the same day, if the post office were to have seen the names of the yarn, they would have been like, what the hell is she doing? So to have gunpowder, walk the plank, and meth all in the same one, it was just funny. I think I even posted about it back then. But anyway, so I got some more from her, and from Treasure Goddess. I got some from her to finish my husband's sweater that I started knitting. I hope this is enough now so I can actually get that completed. I also stopped by Ashley from Paper Crane. She had a colorway there that was just for the Nash Vest, and I liked it. It was really pretty, but I knew that I would probably make socks out of this instead. So I think so I bought this, and I'm gonna make some stripy socks out of it. This would be good to wear during the fall and Christmas time, the winter time. So this is a set that I thought I could actually complete that better. I hope you can see that? Anyway, I didn't want to take it out and do a bunch of crinkling, even though it did it anyway. So I talked about the next booth that I went to was Lehman Fiber Arts. I told you I really like their showstoppers, and I went ahead and got 2 for my husband. Even though I know that that one will actually complete the whole thing. I didn't want to chance it, and if I make some kind of texture for him, I wanted to make sure, and because I'm doing the starting to 72 stitches and decreasing down to the 64 stitches, I would probably be using a little bit more yarn. But these are the showstoppers from Lehman Fiber. They helped me pick out this color. They do every year that I see them. Usually I would see them at SSK, but I didn't make it to the last SSK, and then I found out that they didn't either. Excuse me, because they decided to come to Nash Fest instead of SSK March versus what was it, July, the heat. So I don't blame them for that. However, I did want to get for the heels, toes, and cuffs, or at least the cuffs and the toes, or the heels and the toes, whichever I could use this with. I think I'm just going to do the heels and toes with it, and they blended so well because of this orange, or it's kind of a caramely color. It's I really like the color, and with it I'm going to pair this, and it will really bring that color out. They helped me with that. They always help me with my colors. All I say is I'm making socks for my husband, and they go right to it. That was my acquisitions, all of them. I do have a big mess here, so I'm glad that you cannot see everything. Now I will get into the life events. So last time, episode 11, I let you know that I was a slacker, that my dad told me that that I was slacking off and so forth. So I made a podcast for him. On February 19th, he passed away, and that's why I went to Arizona, was to go to his funeral. I kind of shut down quite a bit. I'm a daddy's girl, and I shut down quite a bit. I put all of my emotions into my knitting. I did not want to. I'm not a good crier. I'm one of those ugly criers, and I really needed to focus on the eulogy. At the time, I was the one giving the eulogy, and then my baby brother decided that he should help me out with that, so we both did the eulogy together. Ours was mostly memories of my dad, and this I made for him a couple Christmases ago, so I was able to get this back. I did not realize how big I made this for him. So, but we both like blue, so I have my dad's hat. So I flew down to Arizona. I went to give the eulogy. Like I said, we had a lot of memories. So we did memories with him. I was the last sibling that he said happy birthday to. He's not the type that would just call you out of the blue. So for him to have called me on my birthday, that was special. And because it was on the double nickels, that was even more special, because there's a story. When I may have told you already, when he turned 55, I asked him how old he was, and he said double nickels. So so the last time he called me, or that we talked, and it was a great talk. It was a great conversation. He sounded happy. We talked for quite a while, actually. It was my best birthday yet. And to have him call me on my double nickels birthday meant a lot to me. And so I was happy that we did talk, and the last thing that I was able to say to him was, "I love you." So that meant even more. And so I went there for the funeral. I ended up coming back a day early. There was a weather warning, and so I ended up coming back a day early. I could have stayed a little bit longer, but I really wanted to get back home. When I go there, I spend time with my brother and his family. We played some pickleball. Never done that before, so that was fun, and it's a workout. And so it was hard for me to get back into recording, so that's why you saw a lot of knitting. And I will probably do a lot more, just to try and keep my mind off of things. But it was really hard for me to get back into recording again, not break down. I didn't want to get all choked up. I love my dad a lot. I appreciate you stopping by, checking out my content, the things that I wanted to show you. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, please list them below. Leave me a comment, and if you have any suggestions on any content that you would like to see, please feel free to list them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you like this setting. I needed to do it before it got too loud outside, and I appreciate everybody who watches these. I know I'm not going to have my dad watch them anymore, but he may be watching from above anyway. So thank you for stopping by. Happy crafting. Take care of yourselves.